The Jungfrau Massif, with its three famous peaks, the Jungfrau at 4,158 meters, the Mönch at 4,099 meters, and the 3,970-meter Eiger, has been the goal of climbers since the early 1800s and, more recently, of skiers who head for its 206 kilometers of slopes and runs, all set against the backdrop of the three peaks. Explore this beautiful region with our list of the top tourist attractions in the Jungfrau region. 1. Jungfraujoch and Aletsch Glacier. The highest railroad station in Europe at 3,454 meters, the Jungfraujoch is like a small village, with a hotel, restaurants, research stations, and underground passages leading to an ice palace carved from the glacier and to sports venues for skiing and dogsledding. An elevator climbs even higher to a viewing platform at the 3,573-meter summit of the Sphinx, not far below the summit of the Mönch. To the south, you can see the Aletsch Glacier, and to the north, the mountain world of the Alps. On clear days, the view extends to the Vosges in France and to Germany's Black Forest. 2. Lauterbrunnen. The Lauterbrunnen Valley extends from Zweilutschienen to the foot of the Breithorn in the Jungfrau Massif. The typical high alpine valley is enclosed between sheer rock walls over which several magnificent waterfalls drop in frothing ribbons. Plunging into the village itself are the Trummelbach Falls, which tumble from an overhanging crag in a sheer drop of 300 meters. The falls inspired Goethe to write Song of the Spirits over the water, later set to music by Schubert. 3. Wengen. A car-free resort halfway up the Eiger and overlooking the Lauterbrunnen Valley. Wengen can only be reached on foot or on the Wengen-Alpbahn, a rack railway from Lauterbrunnen that was built in 1893. The town is beautifully set at the foot of the Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau and is an ideal base for walks and climbs in the mountains and alpine meadows of the Bernese Oberland. 4. Schilthorn. The Schilthornbahn, a 6,967-meter-long cableway, ascends in 34 minutes via 3 intermediate stations to the Schilthorn, at an elevation of 2,970 meters. The views are spectacular, and the ski trails from here run all the way back to Lauterbrunnen, 12 kilometers below. 5. Skiing and winter sports. On the alpine slopes of the Jungfrau Massif's three peaks are 206 kilometers of slopes and runs for skiers and snowboarders, making this region one of the top ski resorts in Europe. Dozens of lifts and cableways give skiers and sightseers access to the mountains, and to runs as long as 12 kilometers. 6. Trummelbach Falls. Almost hidden inside the Schwarz-Mönch, the Trummelbach Falls plunge down in 5 rushing cascades that swirl through a corkscrew-shaped vertical gorge carved out by the meltwaters from the giant ice walls of the Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau. Elevators take you inside the mountain and to a series of walkways to view the individual waterfalls. It's easy to see how their force has worn away the rock, as they thunder and swirl down through the mountain at a volume of 20,000 liters per second, carrying rocks and gravel with them. These are the world's only underground glacier waterfalls that are accessible by lift, galleries, tunnels, and platforms inside the mountain. 7. Mürren. At the foot of the Schilthorn, a sunny terrace above the Lauterbrunnen Valley, Mürren maintains its 19th-century atmosphere by allowing no private vehicles on its narrow streets. Access to this rustic chalet village is from Lauterbrunnen by funicular to Grutschalp and from there by a 5.5-kilometer narrow-gauge railroad or from Steckelberg by a cableway that goes past waterfalls and craggy rock faces into the center of the village. Wengen, on the rocky plateau opposite, is also accessible by cableway. 8. Hike the Blumental Panorama Trail. A variety of walking trails crisscross the mountainsides and valleys, and one of the favorites leads from Allmendhübel through the Blumental Valley down to Mürren, an easy downhill hike of between 2 and 3 hours. To begin, take the Allmendhübel funicular to the top and follow the signposts down through the valley to Mürren. 9. Grindelwald. A village of narrow streets and picturesque chalets set among alpine meadows, Grindelwald lies at the foot of the dramatic ledges of the Eiger's sheer north face. To the left of the Eiger is the 3,104-meter Mettenberg and the 3,701-meter Wetterhorn, the most characteristic landmark of the Grindelwald Valley. 10. Faulhorn. The 2,681-meter Faulhorn is one of Switzerland's most renowned viewpoints, where you can see the giant peaks of the Bernese Oberland in all their magnificence. To reach it, take the cable car from Grindelwald to the first station, and from here, it's an hour's walk north to the Bachalp Sea, at 2,264 meters. The Faulhorn summit is another 1.5 hours climb. Thanks everyone for watching. Kindly subscribe our channel. Your click on subscribe button will inspire us to make more beautiful content.